I just wanna get rich and stick to the plan. Hey, I was on the corner with that stick in my paint. Shit, I ain't get no loan, a nigga skip shit. I took a brick and broke it down in the hits, now I'm a hit maker. I got a little life on the fence, cause I'm a rich to hell no, nigga. I can't ride bench, cause I'm big player. And blue strip tryna say the date, my shit, that nigga RP the poppy, 50-20s, yeah, he big. Ain't to free that boy Lou, you know that big Billy like a kick play, like shit, paper, how the money sticking to me on the shit, ain't it? And bitch chain weight is perk push, that nigga rich, goddamn.
Yeah, we back. Hey, man, y'all got to get that Billy Moonlight. You know what I'm saying? Well, LA the GOAT. Hope I'm saying that right. Bill Ramsey. Y'all go check that out. You know what I mean? Man, we got a big show for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? We got a big show for y'all today. That's what we here for. But hey, we'll be right back right after this. Yeah, baby. Y'all know y'all at Gates Open Media, man. We here. Hey, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Also check out my guys over there at Sit and Politic. We always doing something, man. He coming out with something, I feel like every day. You know what I mean? Always something big. So many different topics. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, make sure you get that music from Billy Moonlight. Bill Ramsey, that's that fire. We also got D-Mine's music. Y'all make sure y'all get all this stuff on all streaming platforms. D-Mine's music, Billy Moonlight. Hey, y'all check them out, definitely. So we're going to pop off into this thing, and then obviously YouTube, Gates Open Media. Check your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Want to donate, but it don't cost nothing to hit that like button. So please hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, we're going to kind of jump into this thing. Got some interesting topics here. So first we're going to start off with Jason Kidd. Shots, I call it shots fired. Hold up.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Got to be more careful, man. Shots fired. So Jason Kidd, as you guys know, they're down 3-0 or 0-3, whatever you want to call it. He says, let's not give him more credit than he deserves. Talking about Steve Kerr. We're missing shots and beat ourselves. Wow. I mean, when you're down 3-0, that's, I mean, a game, maybe. I can feel you. But there's a reason you're missing those shots. One, you could be off. Don't get me wrong. But two, the pressure. Your team has never been there. This current team has never been there. Two, the pressure of the defense. I mean, Luka can't get off. I mean, he's getting off, but I mean, he's getting his points. Except for game one, he only scored 20 points. But he's not getting off like he normally get off. It's not comfortable. Wiggins is putting it on him. And then defensively, also they thought they could just run over my boy Looney. Looney is people just don't know. Looney used to be a guard when I think he was in high school, and then he grew like 6 or 7 inches, something crazy over a 3-month span. So he started out actually as a guard, and I looked at some tapes of him, and he actually got a little bit of a a little bit of a jumper. So, and he got quicker feet than it actually looks like. I mean, he walks around kind of like a little sloth, don't get me wrong, but his feet are a little quicker than what it seems like. So for your boy to come out and say that's crazy. When you're down 3-0, you ain't down 2-1 or 1-0, and you just had a bad game. So far, your team hasn't been able to do it through the series. So what is all that about? How can you sit up here and say it's only about the shooting? We're having the off shooting. You know what I mean? Let me see something. Damn. How can you say it's all about the shooting? You know what I'm saying? Because typically, there's reasons why you're having an off game. You're just off that day. Team is putting pressure on you, or you're just not used to that type of pressure, meaning the atmosphere, meaning a playoff atmosphere. And these guys have been here, obviously, 5 times. I believe it was 5. This will make 6. So y'all got to put that in perspective. He has to put that in perspective. And I don't know why Jason Kidd will say that. He may think he means what he says, but at the same time, that's definitely not true. I'm watching all these games, and these boys are putting immense pressure on them. Got Luka out here flopping. He's and Luka. Let's be honest. Luka need to drop some LBs. Yeah, everybody want to compare him to LeBron. I'm no LeBron fan, but he's not going to be able to last as long as LeBron. Because the one thing we do know about LeBron, he takes care of his body. You know what I mean? And Luka's not doing that. And all you see right now is he need to come in shape. He need to lose a couple pounds. He definitely does. If he want to be, one, to stay healthy, but 2, to be able to last these games. Think about LeBron went to the finals 8 times in a row now. So think about it. That's longevity. Then he also playing in the Olympics. So I do got to give credit to LeBron for that. Not a fan of him, but hey, it is what it is. But for Jason Kidd to come out saying that, that's crazy. Let's hit that thing one more time.
Shots fired!
And while this game is on right now, Boston is torching Miami. Miami doesn't have the horses offensively to be able to deal with, even though they're down. Miami's up, 2-1. They don't have the horses offensively, I don't believe, to get with to be able to beat Boston 2 more times in a 7-game series. They're going to have to, and Boston plays very good defense just as well as Miami. So they're going to have to play almost perfect basketball. They do have some guys that can get to the rack. You got, Oladipo. You got Jimmy. But those, it's just different. It's just different. But we'll see. I want Miami to win it. Now, don't get me twisted. And then also they're in Boston. So, you can count that in there. But we'll see. We'll see how that series ends. But for Jason Kidd to come out and say that was shots fired, man. That's saying like, hey, you as a coach, you ain't really done nothing. My boys just ain't hitting shots. Wow. That's a bold statement being down 3-0. As we move on to the next one, what a lot of people don't understand, these last 2 years, Golden State has been rebuilding and prospecting. Remember they had Pascal or something. They had a team, when KD left, 2 years suffer. Clay been hurt 2 years. Steph was hurt 1 year. I think Draymond was hurt a bunch of, 1 season. But they've actively been rebuilding this whole time. And if you think about it, look at their team. They're starting 5. Obviously, they got Clay, Steph, Draymond, Looney, and I don't know who is the other person. Maybe Poole, depending upon who's Wiggins. I'm sorry, and Wiggins. That's their starting 5. So, but guess who's behind them? You got Moody. You got I can't think of dude's name. Crazy name. I was about to just say his name. They got Wiseman. They ain't really even played. So they got Moody. Man, his name ain't even on here. Kuminga. Moody, Kuminga. They got Poole. And they also have one more player I can't think of. But they're actually rebuilding as they're running, making this championship run. So that's something like, I can't even say the Spurs did that. Because Steph is 34, Clay 32, 33, somewhere around there, and Draymond somewhere around the same age. So you got to think about it. You got a transition actually happening right now. So as these players get older, maybe they'll go to the bench or they'll go to other teams, obviously. But Steve Kerr is putting these people in position. And another thing that a lot of teams don't do that Steve Kerr does during the season, he put them in the game. So when they're ready, When it's time for them to play, they're already engaged. They know how to play. I mean, they're not seasoned vets, obviously, but they got that game speed. They got everything that they need, so to speak. And he's giving them tutelage throughout the year. A lot of teams, they don't put you in unless you're getting blown out or you're blowing somebody else out or someone gets hurt. So think about it. You know, Steve Kerr he comes from under that Popovich tutelage. So I'm assuming it's something he learned there. But trust me, they are rebuilding as they're rebuilding as they're putting together a championship run. Because these guys are going to already have been important. Oh, yeah, Gary Payton Jr. That's the other guy. So just think about that team and think about the starters. Man, they're actually rebuilding as they're building. And that's something that I don't see a lot of teams doing. If they do, they may have one or two players, maybe two, but these guys have four legitimate starters. You got Moody, you got Kuminga, you got Gary Payton II, and you have Wiseman. That's four legitimate starters. I'm not saying they're going to come into the league that way, not into the league, but they're going to start playing that way. I don't believe that they'll be phased out like Clay or Steph or whoever Draymond may get phased out. And then they'll get some, more and more PT. And then you have Poole. So think about it. You got Poole, Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman, and your boy, Gary Payton Jr. So Gary Payton can play your point. He's not a true point guard, but he can play defensively the point guard or whoever you want to guard, the two guard. Poole is your point guard. Moody can be your two, Kuminga your three, and then I forgot. Let's see. Sorry about that. So Wiseman your five, Kuminga could be your four. Three is gonna be Moody. I don't know how tall he is. I think he's around 6'6". And then your two guards going to be Gary Payton, and then your point guard is Poole. I'm pretty sure it's not going to break down that way once they get to that point, but I'm just saying they got a starting five coming right off their bench, a future starting five. So you guys have to look for that. Think about it. That's genius. That's genius, and I don't see no other teams doing that. Yeah, they took a 2-year hiatus, but last year they actually made it to the play-in game, so they could have actually made the playoffs last year, if you think about it. They could have actually made the playoffs last year with a makeshift team, so to speak. But the Warriors are actively rebuilding while they're in a championship run. And I don't know many teams that have done that. Maybe the Bulls did it, but I haven't seen anybody do it like this because you didn't have to replace Mike. You had Mike and you had Scotty. Those were your anchors. But they didn't have another starting five who look like they're going to be pretty nice, so to speak. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But I think it's a beautiful thing. Obviously, I want the Warriors to win, so I definitely think it's beautiful. But I don't see the Warriors having a down year, like down, not even competitive, making the playoffs for a while, for another 10 years or so, 8 to 10 years. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Nick Wright and Stephen A are eating their words right now. Nick Wright and Stephen A are eating their words right now. And let me just pull up the clip that Stephen A said about Andrew Wiggins. Where is it? Bam. What he said about Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to pull this up. He said this, I think it was last year. Nope, that wasn't it. Sorry. There you go.
Or not.
About this. Last night was a disgraceful performance. It's better than a 50% possibility.
Listen to this. What Stephen A said.
Having said all of that, let me be also clear about this.
This was about a year ago, too, by the way. But I'm gonna rewind that just a little bit, and then we're gonna see.
Second round semifinals appearance, and I think I'd give it better than a 50% possibility they'll be in the conference finals. Having said all of that, let me be also clear about this. Last night was a disgraceful performance, and Steve Kerr was absolutely right to point that out. 9 minutes and 38 seconds they went without scoring. longest drought in about a decade. Got outscored 28-0 in that span where
this
they
was
missed
last year,
18 straight shots, 9 of them 3-pointers. Okay. Those are historically bad numbers. And the other day I brought up about Andrew Wiggins on the jump when I said I'd give him away for a box of cookies.
Now, did y'all hear that? What he said, he'll give him away for a box of cookies. Let me rewind that one more time. Just a little bit. Right here.
Wiggins on the jump when I said I'd give him away for a box of cookies.
He said he would get this a year ago. Stephen A said he'll give him away, meaning Andrew Wiggins, for a box of cookies. Now, Andrew Wiggins is arguably the MVP of this series right now, arguably. Did I say that correctly? But anyway, he's been so pivotal, so great right now in this series. One guarding Luka. He was guarding. Let's go back to last series. He was going to do full court. Still playing high 30-something minutes, putting things together on the offensive end. So he said he wouldn't trade. He would give him for a box of cookies. Come on now. And now what this man has done. Now, he was a number one pick. Obviously, if I remember correctly, LeBron came back to Cleveland. Cleveland would have got him, but they didn't. So he went to Minnesota. He went to Minnesota in a trade for Kevin Love. So he's been in the league since 2015. He was a rookie, and to be honest, one, that's a small market team. Two, what is Big Cat? We don't know what he is really. Is he a mean guy? Is what playing alongside him and Jimmy Butler when he went out there? That's why he left. He claimed that they all were soft. So I don't think that was the role for Andrew Wiggins. He's on the team now where he definitely isn't first in scoring. He's looked at, he could be fifth down the road behind Curry. You got Clay, you got Poole. So I say fourth down the list of scoring. He doesn't have to worry about scoring as much and saving his body, saving his energy. But where did he go? He went down and put them clamps on. I can't think of dude's name in last series against Memphis, but this series against Luka. And obviously he's been scoring, but between he and Looney, they've had an awesome series. And now Stephen A has to eat his words. I wouldn't trade him. What did he say?
Not talking historically bad numbers. And the other day I brought up about Andrew Wiggins on the jump when I said I'd give him away for a box of cookies.
He'll give him away for a box of cookies. That's so disrespectful. And I mean, the guy wasn't playing that terrible either. I mean, come on. For a box of cookies, this man is a disgrace. So, and Nick Wright, oh my God, Nick Wright, what did he say? Let me bring that up. I don't think I have the audio of that though. Come on. Oh, Nick Wright. Andrew Wiggins is a bad basketball player. He owed $95 million over the next 3 years, starting next season. This was a year ago also. Unspeakable. The Warriors did this over. It's over for them now. So basically you're saying for them getting Andrew Wiggins, paying him $95 million, it's over for the Warriors. We'll never see Steph in another NBA Finals again. Wow. Now we're one game away from that. So they do have to win this one game. But Nick Wright right now is eating his words. The thing is, people have to call him out on it. They got to call him out on it because all he go up there and just blabber mouth a whole bunch of crap. You don't even know what he's talking about. Just trying to switch the narrative on everything. I mean, and Andrew Wiggins is out here acting a fool in a good way. So Nick Wright, $95 million over the next 3 years. Okay. Starting next season, which was last season. It's unspeakable. The Warriors did this over. It's over for them now. We'll never see Steph in a NBA Finals again, ever. Then he emphasized ever. Two of the biggest clowns on television analyzing sports, Nick Wright and Stephen A. That's who I introduced to you. Nick Wright and Stephen A. Two of the biggest clowns on here analyzing sports in general. And I mean, it's okay to have a hot topic, It's okay but really, they do it for the fans. They do it for the attention that they're going to get off the things that they say, because I don't believe they believe anything that they say anyway. And then if you watch them enough, you'll see how they switch the narratives. Definitely, Nick Wright. He switches the narrative every other show. Shannon Sharp does it as well. Now, I will say Stephen A, for the most part, he tries to stay on the same narrative, but those other two, they just switch, especially when you're talking about LeBron. LeChump James. So Nick Wright, Stephen A, eating your words. Eat them like they taste good. Oh, yeah, and James Harden. He says he's basically taking a 2-year hiatus offensively, and next year he's going to be ready to go. Now, I've warned y'all about this. I've told y'all about this, and what James Harden, in my opinion, is doing. It is nothing at the moment, but I believe he's going to get Doc Rivers fired. If not this year, definitely next year. But I believe this coming season, Doc Rivers will not be coaching the Philadelphia 76ers. He might coach the Lakers or something like that, but I do not believe he will be coaching the Philadelphia 76ers because I believe Daryl Morey and James Harden had a deal to get him there. So James Harden went from Houston. He started just ate himself out, not the league, but off the team. Then he went to the Nets, and I believe that's where he thought he was going to get that championship. James Harden thought he was going to get the championship with the Nets. Everybody got hurt. They didn't make it. And then this year he wound his way off of the Nets team onto Philly. But the problem is the coach he wants, D'Antoni, isn't there. So what's the next best thing? To get D'Antoni, to get Doc Rivers fired. And I believe he and James Harden and Embiid have already, Embiid has already said little stuff below the surface that I'm pretty sure James Harden don't like. So anyway, when I believe they're going to get D'Antoni in there this coming season, and we'll be able to see if he comes back and be the old James Harden. Because right now he look like a slothy, slow, can't make a basket James Harden. But I've been telling y'all about this. I've already said it a couple times. So we're gonna see what's happening with James Harden, and we're gonna see how this thing go. And we're gonna see a resurgence of James Harden next year. He'll probably come in super shape. I don't think he's still getting older, but I think he's gonna put more of an assertive effort next season and actually start doing some things and step away from being that super passing. Oh yeah, he's still gonna pass the ball, obviously, but I forgot the terminology I'm trying to use. But anyway, I don't see him being, like he's playing more lethargic right now. He's not active, like really active and trying to get his shot. He's not, in this league, he's still fast enough. He's still quick enough to get to the rim to get the shot he wants. But I don't think he's actively been trying to. And then at the end of the season, they said, "Oh, he's still hampered by that by the hamstring injury he had from last season," which I believe is a bunch of baloney. Once again, I just believe dude ain't with it. He got that deal with Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey got him all that money in Houston, and he gonna get him paid again here in Philly. And that's just the I believe that's the connection that they have and the relationship they have. That's what I'm trying to say. I believe that's the relationship they have, because why did he want to go to Philly? He knew that's what Daryl Morey is going to end up. Watch what I tell you. Watch what your boy tell you. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all checking out another episode of Gates Open Media. This is how we do it, man. Y'all need to come on over here. Check your boy out. Check out my boy over there, Sitting Politics. Most importantly, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't cost you $1 to hit the like button. Please hit the like button, share whatever you can do. And if you feel great, feel even better, hit your boy up on the Cash App. And appreciate the people that have donated. Much love. So that being said, what we're gonna do, we're gonna end out with this song here. We're gonna finish it out though. we gonna finish it out though. Let me get that thing up for y'all though. Get that thing up. Okay, that didn't work. That know what I did? It was just working though. But let me where we at? I don't know what I did, y'all. I don't know what I did. That's all right. So we're gonna switch it up. You know what? I think I know what's going on. There we go.
Duck, duck, goose, Cuban chain look like a noose.
Sorry, that wasn't it.
Ooh, I'm Chef Bill Ram, I can cook that shit with no hands.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanna get rich and stick to the plan. Hey, I was on the corner with that stick in my pants. Shit, I ain't get no loan, a nigga skip shit. I took a brick and broke it down in the hits, now I'm a hit maker. I gotta live life on the fence, cause I'm a rich to hell no, nigga. I can't ride bench, cause I'm big player. And blue strip trying to say the date, need my shit. Hey, nigga, RP the poppy, 50-20s, yeah, he bit. He ain't to free that boy, Lou, you know that big Billy like a kick flame like shit. Paper, how the money sticking to me, I'm the shit, ain't. And bitch, chain wear this perk push, that nigga rich.
All streaming platforms, get that music.
Mans, you a bitch. They got your mans in the jail, then you fuck around and switch. Get a pussy nigga time, break them down and get rich. I can't do that shit no more because you told me. Shit, I been getting high off this drink, I can't control. A nigga big beats gon' shoot big heats, always how he hold. That nigga bitch don't let no kick and shit, no nigga ain't heroic.
I love those,
So she sweet or she creep, I'm exposed. But I got real niggas in my campaign, we should have a talk. Now we tryna trap this shit, baby, going and rap the dope. That back you still making $500,000, ain't going back to shit. Dope just walked in, he let that rap out. I'm still cooking dope if I sound rap no more. And I'm telling you a goddamn lie, sound trap. I know you niggas capped out, they don't make no act. And if I don't drop me another verse, I done went back to dope shit. Bill Ram, I can cook that shit with no hands. Hey, I just wanna get rich and stick to the plan. Hey, I was on the corner with that stick in my pants. Shit, I ain't get no loan, a nigga skip shit. I took a brick and broke it down in the hits, now I'm a hit maker. I gotta live life on the fence, cause I'm a rich to hell no, nigga. I can't ride bench, cause I'm big player. And blue strip tryna say the date, need my shit. That nigga RP the poppy, 50-20s, yeah, he bit. He ain't to free that boy.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all get that on all streaming platforms, man. Don't forget about D-Mine's music on all streaming platforms. But what you just heard was from Billy Moonlight, and that's Bill Ramsey. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all get that. Y'all get at me. Y'all make sure y'all get that. And we are out of here. Which one? Yeah.